that you made that, that you made that, that you made that.
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send you to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the dice before you let them roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of characters, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light, now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts, now my stable conquering. Conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
Cheer. What's up? How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is having a fantastic Tuesday. Getting close to the middle of that work week. Man. Oh, man. Anyway, happy Tuesday to everybody. It's your boy Waka Mar in the building. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition episode 188. Yes, 188. We are racking up those episodes. Yes, we are. But look, let's not delay the inevitable. As always, that is the homie, the big homie, my man Silent Hill TDS. Him and J. Leo, Pamu Dividends, the official, unofficial theme song to the I.O.W. Late Night Owl Edition. Go follow them. Show them some love on YouTube, as always. While you're over there on YouTube, please go give us some love on our YouTube page, I.O.W. Sports Network. Yes, I.O.W. Sports Network. That's where you will find all the content that we have for I.O.W. Sports, from Wildcard Mars, Quick Wild Rant, Moneyline with Nick Shine, of course, our Monday and Thursday shows, the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition. All of our content is there. It is there. And you can always go show us some love on Instagram. While you're over there looking at your little Instagram models, just take a quick second. Give us a like, share, follow. While you on Twitter, getting in your little Twitter beefs, give us a quick follow on Twitter at I.O.W. Sports 1. And most importantly, please go on over to Facebook. I.O.W. Sports Network is the public page, and it's there. And we emphasize on the word network. So if you have a sports podcast, a regular podcast, a small business, share your information so people can follow you, show you some support, give you some love, buy into your goods and services, invest into your podcast, be a viewer. That's the point of it. And it's also there for you guys. You. I'm talking you, the viewers, the listeners. If you want to give your own comments, that's where you go. Give your own sports take, spark a debate, drop a funny sports meme. That's where you go to do it on Facebook at I.O.W. Sports Network. And most importantly, we got the link to our merchandise. And so crispy. It's so crispy. The exclusive I.O.W. Sports cap is available. Send $30 to that Cash App, address you see right there scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Cash App at I.O.W Sports Network. Give us an address. We will send back the official I.O.W Sports cap. Exclusive, very exclusive. I only know 3 people that got it. Myself, Detroit Mel, big homie Matt. Let's check over in the comments who we got in the business here with it today. What's up? Dirty Jerseys is in the house. My man Matt is in the building. Appreciate you as always, as always. You'll appreciate this, Matt. You'll appreciate this. To kick off the show, I like to do some, welcome our top plays of the day for those who are new to the show. Here's one. I got another one for my boy Matt. He'll appreciate this. But here's top plays from the night.
And he smacks one to center field. Back goes Robles, going back, looking up, and it's out of here into the black.
So you're holding your baby. Oh, and you catch that? So you're holding your baby. Oh, and you catch that? On the fly. And baby's fine. All good.
And baby's going, Dad.
This man will go viral.
Black White Other. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, IG, and we on TikTok. I'll at your boy.
Hey, I love the parents taking the babies to the ball game, but look, one of these days, one of them holding your babies trying to catch a foul ball, home run ball is going to go wrong one day. All right, I'm just saying. I hope it doesn't. All right. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna hold your baby while you trying to get the home run ball or the foul ball, you better be 100% sure that you can hold the baby and catch the foul ball at the same time. Otherwise, please don't attempt it. I get it. It's a good top play. It looks good on the show. I'm just saying. Wild call my love the kids, man. Don't hurt the kids trying to catch the foul or home run ball. That's all I'm saying. It looks good, but I got a bad feeling it's gonna go bad one day. It's gonna go bad. But regardless, I mean, it looks good. Tim, what up? What's good? Man, I was hoping I didn't let you down, Matt. Patience, brother. Have patience. Wildcard Mark, top play of the night. Ha ha. Check it out.
Tied with the Astros in the West, but they've lost 9 of 12 since then, and they're in the middle of a 5-game losing streak. Trout's on deck. The veteran Joe Madden, the manager. High fly ball deep center. Judge back, still back, on the track. He leaps and he makes the play. 2 outstanding defensive plays for the first 2 outs.
Well, here you have the perfect guy to be able to rub this home run. Aaron Judge, 6'7", in center field. Shohei trying to hit this ball well. He thinks this ball is going to be out of the ballpark, but let me tell you, Aaron Judge timed this ball well and was able to make that catch.
Above the rim.
Two sparklers to start off the game. Here's Mike Trout. And a strike.
This is more like the top of the box, right, in basketball? Not only above the rim, 6'7", every inch of it needed.
Oh, and 2.
Can't deny it. Great play by Aaron Judge. When you're 6'7", playing center field, wasn't the greatest hit by Shohei Ohtani, but it was a home run. If you look at the angle, that was going over the fence. And Aaron Judge used every bit of his 6'7" frame, got up, snatched the home run from Shohei Ohtani. Bravo. Can't hate on it. As much as I dislike the Yankees, as much as I want them to lose from here on out so that Matt and Nick can shut the hell up about how good the Yankees look right now. Can't hate on it. Best team in baseball, playing phenomenal, and he is a big part of it because he's staying healthy and he's playing well, playing damn good baseball on both sides. Defense and offense, playing well. Can't deny it. I want to take time because we need to have a serious conversation, folks. Serious conversation. So out your chest. Get your drink. Get your puff. Do what you got to do. We need to have a serious conversation because today, 23, number 23. Number 23. And what I'm referring to is number 23 of another civil suit filed today. Filed today on Deshaun Watson. And I got an issue. And I don't want people to come at me any type of way. I'm giving this with serious thought in what I'm about to say. So Sports Illustrated released today that another woman, and I want you to pay attention, is a licensed cosmetologist, has came forward, detailed graphic accounts during massage therapy. All right. And here's why I want y'all to get y'all smoking y'all drink, because I'm gonna keep it real. Because I got this is what me and Detroit Mail did about almost a year ago when the first set of allegations came out. Now, my loving, beautiful sister is a licensed esthetician. All right. She's a licensed esthetician. And if those who don't know what an esthetician is, they're there for pretty much skincare. And they are in very, very similar settings as a masseuse would be. And masseuse does the, massage therapy and all that. All right. And they're in very similar situations. We had her on the show. I will get to the clip in just a second because I did all this to explain this. So when I just read that last 23rd civil suit just was dropped, I preference in what I said because I wanted you guys to hear what I'm talking about. A licensed cosmetologist. Now, cosmetologists, they do the hair shit. Cosmetology school, the hair and nails. Answer this for me, y'all. Answer this with all honesty. A person who is licensed for cosmetology, hair and nails, what in the hell are you in a massage session for? Is this really a massage session? Because I know if I needed a massage session, I would go to a masseuse, a person who is licensed to do that certain occupation, because it is the correct occupation field. I would never, ever, 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 ever go to a cosmetologist, a person who does your hair, your nails, for a masseuse, a massage session. Two different occupation fields. This don't sound fishy to y'all? This doesn't sound fishy to y'all. This doesn't, Anthony, if that's her side job, then so be it. But a massage session are given by licensed masseuses. They didn't say anything about this licensed cosmetologist being a licensed masseuse. If that was said, we didn't have this conversation right now. But a licensed cosmetologist, what are they doing giving massage sessions? You're not licensed for that occupation field. And thank you, Matt. Why now? What is the purpose? Why now? You know what I'm saying? And here's what I'm saying, Anthony. And you bring up a good question. A lot of these women in these civil suits, they are not licensed masseuses. They are not licensed masseuses. This doesn't sound funny to y'all? Does any of this reeks of fishiness? It reeks of fishiness to me. This is my opinion. I'm just going based off of the facts. And I'm going to play the clip. Because this was the conversation that me Detroit male had with my sister, who is a licensed esthetician, which are in very, very similar situations or atmospheres as a licensed masseuse. All right. And so I'm going to play the clip, and we just gonna comb through this together, y'all. Because we're gonna comb through this together because we need to figure out some stuff what's going on. All right.
Loving, caring, charismatic sister, Tracina Jeanette Wallace. Hey, CC.
Hello.
What's up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
What up?
My sister is a licensed esthetician in the state of North Carolina.
So she's trying to study the stars?
Huh? No, bro. Esthetician, man.
Oh, my bad.
Oh my God. Like I said, see, don't mind him. He foolish as hell. I mean,
I'm good.
you know what I'm saying? You know, I guess growing up with me, you kind of prepared for him. So I brought you on the show because you know, you being an esthetician, is that the setting, like the kind of one-on-one intimate setting, is real similar to what a masseuse would have to deal with, right?
It is. So, like, as a licensed esthetician, there's things we do, such as Brazilian waxes. You have to get pretty much from the waist down, you got to get naked, whether you male, female. So, you know, there's certain things that I do as a licensed esthetician, such as waxing and or body treatments where you're fully naked. So there's things that you do when you're licensed. You have to go to school and you have to get protocol. You learn procedures, you learn about sanitation, and you learn about how to properly keep people comfortable and covered because it's still a professional environment. So even though I'm not a masseuse, it's still the same intimate setting where someone is naked, whether you know them, you don't know them. So I have to protect myself as well as protect you. So if you're comfortable, even with the masseuse, you know, not everybody's comfortable being fully naked. I'm not sure how you really get a full body massage without being naked, but you know what I mean? There's ways that we do it. You're always covered at all times. So a sheet is always protecting you and keeping you covered. So as I'm working on one leg, only that one leg is out. You're not totally stripped naked and just laying there. If someone's like that, that's a very uncomfortable situation, whether I'm in my own personal practice or working for somebody else.
Right.
It's not going down, not on my watch, because I spend too much time to get this money to, you know, it takes time. I had to spend hours in school, and to not only do hours in school, I then have to go get licensed by the state of North Carolina or whatever state that you're living in. So there's things that I'm learning and things that I'm doing that if you have no business being in these type of fields, if you're not trying to uphold to those standards. That's just my personal opinion.
Right. So, you know, and this is why I kind of wanted to bring you on.
All right. And we'll come back to that. Anthony. Good shit. And he says, I think it's fishy watching just got massages from random females and not a licensed person. See, and this is what I'm saying. This is what's fishy to me. So the people who have been given these civil suits majority of them aren't licensed individuals. And there's also a lot of people backing up the shine who are professional licensed people who aren't saying the same thing that they are, that the people dropping the civil suits are. You know what I'm saying? And no, I do agree with you that it like Deshaun Watson. And here's my thing: if you're getting massages from unlicensed people off of Instagram, like they're not professionals, that's fishy to begin with anyway. So I don't like the position he's putting himself in. But let's not act like these Instagram models are angels. And I'm not trying to paint with a broad brush and label them all the same. But when you're talking about women who are pretty much making income off of showing off their sexuality in their body, twerking, dropping it like it's hot in the club, them. I'm just saying, you present a certain. You don't present off a professional masseuse. That's all I'm saying. you know, wasn't he was naked without and that's my thing. That's what it's a lot of he say, she say. But if you're with professional individuals like my sister, you are covered up. Period. And if you are professional about it, you hold yourself to a certain standard and you hold your clients to a certain standard. Their behavior must meet your professional standards. If not, you tell them to leave. And that is something that my sister will touch on. Let's continue
on the show is because these civil suits are they're stating real questionable. Yes, well, because
even means there's things that I'm hearing that's just very questionable, like the one chick saying, somehow he ejaculated on her. Well, how to get so close to your face that's
what we were saying.
Because in a professional setting, for me, again, I can control if someone hormones or whatever happens to make someone get hard, because as the male anatomy, you could just look at something and it happens.
Right.
If you're an adult, we're aware of what happens. So if you're face down and then you flip over and you're like that, me personally, I'm stopping the service and I'm letting you know, hey, you need to either get this under control or either the service is going to stop.
Right.
So if I'm feeling that uncomfortable, I'm not about to continue to sit there and that it gets to the point that you're stroking yourself or whatever happens, that you get to the point to ejaculate. Something just does not make sense.
Right. And that's the same thing we said.
Personally, because then it falters for people. I personally feel like there may have been a time that he may have gotten away with doing this with so many women that he got to that one that was actually professional and she checked his ass.
Right. Well, see, that
now it's an issue.
But that makes sense because, okay, you in that situation, a man gets hard, and you know what I'm saying, first of all, like you said, if that's not what you're about, you stopping it right then and there.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you saying, you know when somebody get ready to come. It's just like there's signs there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, there's signs there.
A face is made, a noise is made.
If you are down by his penis and stuff, you move.
But even as a man, though, I've never witnessed. I'm not gonna say it ain't possible. I've never witnessed a man go from hard without being touched, stroked any type of way, whether it's him, me, whatever's going on, to just
squirting everywhere.
All ski.
How do we get there?
Yeah.
Get
that fire hose under control.
Just nut everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like
Oprah, you get a nut. You get a nut. You get a nut.
You know what I'm saying? Just nut everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense.
Yeah, and that's I'm like, because to me, you have to be near to have it land on you, like, because he's saying it's landing on her face,
of your face,
right. And what do you? Okay, as a so your profession.
Hey, see, we're uncensored. You can keep it real.
You said you
I was like, I ain't know how I got a million eyes.
No. Be you. Hello. Come on, don't get shot now.
You about to ask me?
No. Go ahead.
So in your profession, is there any time that you had to be that close down to a male's genitalia?
Yes and no, but see, it's kind of different. So the only time I would probably be anywhere near a man's genitalia is if I'm doing a Brazilian wax on a man.
Okay.
But even in that setting, I'm handing you a towel so you can cover yourself, and I'm going to ask you to hold yourself so I can apply the wax and do what I do.
Oh, okay. That's key right there.
Close,
That's key right there.
Close enough to ensure that I'm pulling at the proper method, but not even then. You really don't even have to be like face closed.
Right.
You know, I'm going to be close enough that I can see what I'm doing, and I'm doing just how I would be with the female. I'm gonna be.
That's key. That's key information right there.
I'm always going to make sure that in that man's service, because you have different things in the female body. Yeah, sir, go ahead and here's a towel for you. Shift your stuff to the left or the right, whichever side I'm working on. Put on the opposite. We good. There's no need for me to touch you unless I'm telling you to move your hand properly or I'm telling you to stretch it back a little bit. But other than that, no. Even in that essence, you're not about to just sit there with your dick out and I'm about to touch you.
Right. Dick is like. So then like that.
No, sir.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. But, what the hell is going on?
That goes to the other thing that we have mentioned too. Is like when the first one said that he touched her with it. I'm like how? I mean, I'm saying like
no. I can understand if he's like he's erected and he like brushes
even
against her arm.
Even what she said, the towel's on there. Now, technically, the towel can touch you, but at the same time,
but even in a massage thing, like I'm thinking if I'm on my back and I'm getting a massage and she's doing my right leg, for instance, only my right leg is exposed.
It's exposed.
Right.
The rest of me is covered up. So even in that, as if I am butt booty naked, I'm covered. And even as a male, if you were to have me get hard at that point, and as a masseuse, if you notice and you are uncomfortable, you have a right to stop the service.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
You
always
walk
been my
out the
biggest
room.
thing.
You have legs. That's what I'm not understanding. If you're
Right.
so uncomfortable, why ain't you walking your ass out the room?
Right.
Because me personally, I'm going to ask you once nicely, professionally, hey, sorry, sir, I understand this is going on. Because again, things happen with people. It's natural. If you're embarrassed, it just is what it is. You don't need to be in that field. But if I'm coming to you and I notice that happen and I say, sir, can you please, I'm going to give you a couple minutes. And if I leave and come back and it happens again, I have a right to refuse the service and stop the service at that point.
Yeah.
And report you. Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Boom. That's another key part right there. Report you. Well, damn,
so that's
sis.
the thing I'm not understanding.
Yeah. I mean, it is nuts. I mean,
no pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. It's funny because, like, I went down to Charlotte for the Easter weekend, and we were talking about this with our mom, and we are all candid. So I just and it sparked it. I was like, oh, I got to get this on
right.
Because literally Friday the criminal charges opened up, finally one, and then today you had another civil suit, so it's up to 22. So I mean, the situation changes now that criminal investigation is open.
Right,
it changes everything. So now it's not just he said, she said. Now where are the facts? So I mean, we'll see what happens, but I just wanted to bring a professional that's been in a similar situations, similar setting to kind of paint the picture for everybody. So, everybody, of course, going to play, public servant as, judge, jury, and executioner of Deshaun Watson. So at least let's set the stage and, clear some shit up. So I thought you dropped some dope information, my G.
Right.
Dope information to kind of. All right, I love you, sis. I'll talk to you later.
I appreciate you.
All right, be easy.
Peace.
Man. Shout out to my sister. That's my lovely sister. Professional esthetician. Similar setting as a masseuse would be. So I definitely appreciated her opinion, her professional opinion about the situation. And that was a year ago when all this was first coming out. Now you're talking about we're a year later. Now the criminal charges have all been dropped. So why even add another civil suit? I'm just, and look, I don't want nobody jump on me. Because here's the deal. When it comes to sexual assault, I think there needs to always be an investigation because you don't want to make women feel like they can't come forward. Because I have daughters, and if something was done wrong to them, I would want them to come forward. As a man, I don't know the pain that comes with that. I don't wish that on any woman. It's a shame we still got to deal with that shit. I still don't understand why as humans we can't keep our hands to our damn selves. But, put that aside. And we're looking at this whole case is because now you got 23. Nothing's been settled. The trade's been made. The trade's been made. The money has already been signed and guaranteed. I'm pretty sure there has to be some provisions in there, if you get charged with something, this and that, contract, obviously they're not concerned with the civil suit because there was already 22 when Cleveland made the trade. I'm just looking at this and because I'm bringing all this up because I want to look at the civil situation and the point of it and understand, like, what does Cleveland do? You made the trade. You already gave the man the money. You had to know this was coming, or something, or prepare yourself for this situation. I'm pretty sure they did, because if y'all saw the breakdown in the contract, the first year, pocket change, barely even the cap hit. After that, that's when that 230 start rolling in. Hey. But you got to deal with a lot of media with this, because now you're adding on. You're not subtracting Silver Suits. You're adding on. Do you go into the season with all this glooming over your starting quarterback? What is Goodell in the NFL doing? Do you let this act like it's nothing? Do you look? And I understand this. Last year when he was Houston Texan, Houston decided to bench him, and they paid him to sit. Paid him to sit. Said, nah, bro, don't even. He showed up at training camp, and then all of a sudden they said, nah, bro, go on, sit on down. Wasn't on no commissioner's list. Wasn't suspended. If he wanted to play, and Houston would wanted him to play, he would have played. Davis Mills wouldn't even seen the field. So they handled it quite differently than what Cleveland is doing right now. Because I'm willing to bet, and I'm not a betting man, but I bet you if he goes into training camp, comes to week 1, and he is not suspended or on a commissioner's exempt list, be prepared for Deshaun Watson to start week 1. You can't say that Cleveland all of a sudden is going to care about this morality shit. You've already made the trade. Contract's been laid out, signed. Come on now. But that's a media hellstorm that you're going to deal with week 1, and you start him. And be prepared, y'all. Look at your social media. That's when, that's when that is going to be one of them that's very dividing types of times in America. Yes, believe it. It's going to be one of them type of situations about Deshaun Watson when he starts week 1. Did you hear what I said? When he starts weeks 1. People going to have to block each other from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. You're going to lose. Your number count going to go down. It might go up a little bit depending on who agrees with you. But for the most part, man, it's going to be one of them times. Because it's going to be a media hellstorm. No doubt about it. Because Cleveland's going to start him week 1 if he's not suspended on a commissioner's exempt list. But I think that's what's my bigger question is, how do you suspend him if, for one, all criminal charges have been dropped, and 2, I mean, there's holes up and down these whole civil suits. I'm sorry. That's just me personal. You know what I'm saying? And please don't get it twisted or misunderstood as if I'm trying to bash victims of sexual assault, because that's not what I'm doing. Because there are true cases that shit happens to them, and there's guys that need to pay for what they did. But in this case, when you keep looking at what's presented, because my man Melvin Wong, he said 23 is number 15, just remixing the cases to keep it fresh. Plus, how many times have you heard 22 different females putting the case on one person? If Watson doesn't get suspended, it's going to be females outside the stadium boycotting. That's a big possibility. I mean, let's not forget they boycotted and demonstrated outside Philadelphia minute that they signed Michael Vick. That's how they treat a black quarterback over some dead dogs. What you think they don't treat them over some women's? Come on. But I'm telling you, this is one of them times in America, and I keep saying it, and I keep repeating it to the mountains. I will die on this hill that sports is becoming a parallel of our reality. NFL is not about just football anymore. You got to sprinkle in some type of reality to make it entertaining. Don't believe me? I watch WWE. I haven't watched it lately. It's been terrible to watch. The writing's been terrible. I watched the AEW, the wrestling. They sprinkle in reality because they want to captivate you in to this choreographed athletics that they do. There's real elements in wrestling. The physicality is real. You get hurt. In football, there's real element. You still get hit. You still get hurt. But the way that they have manipulated the rules, it is because they want a certain thing from you. Who wasn't entertained last year? In 13 seconds, you see Patrick Mahomes go down. Who wasn't entertained by the Bengals and what they did? It's entertainment. And now look, you got the game, the match, the golf shit. Patrick Mahomes, who just beat Josh Allen. You're teaming up, playing golf against Brady, who decided to come out of retirement just because he couldn't go away. And Aaron Rodgers. You want the quarterbacks to be the stars of this epic play called the NFL. Everybody else is, antagonist and mini protagonists sprinkled here and there. It's Hollywood. It's getting closer to that day in and day out. And Cleveland's playing right into it. There's just another chapter in this whole story of the NFL. Come on. It's getting clear to me day by day. But Deshaun, man, I'm sorry, is why now? What's the purpose of adding another civil suit after the criminal charges have been dropped? Oh, boy, we saw that guarantee money. What you got, bruh? Oh, timing is everything. Just why now? The smoke has cleared of let's be honest. When's the last time we talked about Deshaun since he's gotten the contract or the trade? It's been a minute. Because you obviously talk about the effect of him getting the criminal charges dropped and then eventually being moved. It happened. He got the contract. It's been a minute since we pretty much, talked about Deshaun. And once it got quiet, then bam. As a matter of fact, I think I've seen more stories about Baker Mayfield in that whole time period of Deshaun getting moved and up to now. I've been seeing more clips of Baker Mayfield yapping. He's been going on the podcast tour talking about how butthurt he is right now. And it's gonna be hard to move him. At this point, I'm saying you probably better off just taking the cap hit or just releasing him. But I'm still thinking of keeping Baker just for this, because even though I don't think you should suspend him, because if you do, you're setting precedence of saying that what he is guilty of by the public and not by actual charges. It's like you're getting swayed by that opinion of the public. I think Deshaun starts week 1. And it's gonna be a hellstorm, media hellstorm. They're gonna drive that crazy, that whole story crazy. From all the way from FS1 to ESPN all the way down. Yeah. These women still had the option to say no. I feel that. A year passed, and now after he gets that guaranteed duffel bag, you cry wolf. I haven't been to a massage, but I thought it was cameras around. I think I'm not 100% sure if cameras around, because it's supposed to be still some type of privacy clauses with something. That's probably something I probably should ask my sister on that one. But I do know if you're caught doing anything unprofessional, as in sexual things like that, you stand to lose a license. And once you lose your license, you can't have your doors open, especially as a business owner. They strip you of your powers, and like you got to shut the doors. How you eat, that's your whole livelihood right there. So I'm just of the belief that something that you worked so hard for in your life, that you're just willing to just throw it away so easily. And like I said, some of these civil suits, some of these ladies are not professional licensed masseuses. Right. Meeting them off of Instagram. I mean, that's, to me, that I hate to say it. I mean, I'm not trying to be, disrespectful. I mean, it sounds like a, little breeze through, like, boop, boop, boop. Sneaky link. Ain't that what the young folks call it nowadays? Sneaky link. Sneak link. Meet up real quick. Do what you do. Go back to your business. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, y'all. I'm just saying that's what the young folks call it. They call it sneaky link. Like they ain't your main thing, they ain't your main squeeze, they ain't wifey, they ain't boo boo. It's just, meet up, whoop de whoop, wham bam, chuck up the deuces. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and I'm trying to be, as respectful of the women. Even though all criminal charges have all been dropped, I'm not understanding the point of still going on with the civil suit. And if you ask me, for him to still go on with these civil suits still looming, and he hasn't settled, and he's pretty much doubling down on everything that he's saying, I'm having a hard time saying that this man was guilty of anything, because all criminal charges been dropped. But you got to have something to talk about, right? How does NFL get talked about? Why do you think I'm talking about it right now? This is what they do. Come on now. He started week 1. I don't see no any other way. But anyway, hey, we're just mere days away from the NBA Finals. And I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say this right now. Hey, I'm still kind of leaning towards Boston in 7. I'm just leaning towards that way just a little bit. We talked about it last night on the show. But I'm telling you, James Wiseman would be a great part of that roster for Golden State right now if he was not hurt. If he was not hurt and available to play in this series, he would be such a great addition to that lineup. This is where I see Boston has a good advantage. Boston has a good advantage with Al Horford and Robert Williams being down in the post. When you have them on the floor together, you get a nice, good size advantage down low. I know, Matt. It hurts my heart. Look, people, please don't slay me, Laker Nation. I bleed purple and gold, but I gotta make these, I gotta make sense when I'm talking and I'm making my predictions about sports. You gotta think logical. You gotta think with your mental on this. Man, Andre Iguodala ain't making no damn difference, man. That old dude ain't been close to not a near another court in almost 2 months. That boy rushier than a 10 man. Andre Iguodala is he might get hurt trying to get back into shape, in game shape, with his old ranky rusty ass. I love Iggy, but Iggy, he could sit on the bench and be Golden State's Udonis Haslem, and we would still respect him. No, I'm not talking crazy. It ain't the ooh wee baby. No, it's literally, you got to look at when you got bigs who are athletic. I don't know how the hell Al Horford didn't just turn back the hands of time, and that man just what'd you say, Matt, the other day? That man is Benjamin Button Horford. He turned back the hands of time. He's balling out like he back in Gainesville. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, Laker Nation, don't be mad at me, but the facts of the matter is that you look at the signs when they did the Magic Johnson or the winning time on HBO. They made sure they highlighted the rivalry between the Lakers and the Celtics, Bird, Magic. Look at the championship trophies for each conference. The Larry Bird Trophy, the Magic Bird or the Magic Johnson Trophy in the West. The signs were saying they wanted another Lakers Celtics finals. And the Lakers blew it. Bums couldn't even get to the play-in tournament with that roster. Oh yes, they need to, and they keep dropping words that they saying that they wanted to, that they want to keep Russ. And I don't. No, be honest, Lakers. Nobody wants Russ and that $47 million that comes with him. You have no choice but to keep Russ because nobody else wants him. I like how you want to deflect, but it makes more sense to obviously trade LeBron because he still brings you value. Westbrook has no value. Duh. You're not fooling nobody. They set themselves back. They're not done. It's only one more year left with Russ on that contract. So eat the $47 million, then move on after that. So they set themselves back and they did it to themselves. Too much young talent has gone out of LA for that old Asian superstar who's been hurt a lot since he's gotten to LA. And you got another superstar who's supposed to be in his prime, but he's spitting the prime of his career wearing his fashion on the sideline in street clothes, Anthony Davis. Street clothes. So it was supposed to be Lakers and Celtics this year, and the Lakers dropped the ball big time. NBA had to get some star quality. And that's a conversation that really needs to be had. You look at these two careers who have done things so opposite, and LeBron James and Steph Curry. And they both have had such a great impact on the game of basketball. Those are the two, I guess you say, pillars of this generation of basketball. It was supposed to be KD, wasn't it? But look who has the rings. I was waiting for it. I was trying to avoid it, dog. I really was. I really was trying to avoid it. I tried my best to avoid it, and I couldn't. It just couldn't. I just couldn't avoid it. But is it fair to say that what Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, the impact on the game, is just as important as what LeBron has done for NBA? I think yes. But you must have some kind of hey, but here's the thing, he chose it. He chose it. He chose to be there. He got to understand that there comes there's a lot that comes with being a coach of LeBron James and being a coach of the Lakers and being a coach of Russell Westbrook. There comes a lot with it. I know Jeannie says she wants to keep Russ, and they keep putting out that they want to keep Russ, even though the reports were out there that they were trying to trade him and had offers on the table. Had one in Houston for John Wall. So that franchise is shot themselves in the foot, and they're taking a lot of steps back. But as you see that LeBron is coming to the end of his, Steph is what, 32, 33, you know, hitting a piece of his prime. And he's had success. 3 championships. And here's one thing: I don't think it's a big deal that he hasn't won an NBA MVP. Because those are writers making that decision. And sometimes it's, you can either be undoubtedly the best player of the finals of the winning team, so you got to get it, or it's just by popularity. And say what you want. Kevin Durant got those. I think Kevin Durant, whatever success he's had in the NBA, as in 2 championships and 2 finals MVP, is because he was giving that opportunity to shine by that trio of Golden State. Because I would die on that hill that Golden State did not need Kevin Durant. I would die on that hill. Needs and wants are 2 different things. When you want something, it's out of desire. It's not necessity. Okay, Steph is 34. Okay. So Steph could probably play another 4 or 5 years. Shooting is a great necessity in the NBA. So that doesn't really depreciate in value. Physique does. Right, LeBron? Like, I know when they report that, oh, LeBron spends almost 2.5 million in his body. Well, if you got to pay that much money, then damn, you're doing a lot to hold that body together, and you still getting hurt. What the hell you spending 2 million plus for? Why don't you go ahead, drop another 2, and maybe you might stay healthy longer. And you're doing this with load management. But we can't deny what Steph and Golden State has been doing, and it's not. And you can I guess put Steph as the face of that, but just look at what they've done as a team. They draft well. Yeah, you can only fight Father Time for so long. Yeah, I learned that. I learned that the habits that I had as a younger wild card, I can't do that no more. I get a little bit more pudgier. Yeah, I'm getting a little too pudgier. Oh, well, he got the finances to play for that long. It's amazing how certain things with your body you can do when you got them kind of good finances. Didn't they just say LeBron was the first athlete to hit $1 billion or something like that? Yeah, that's what they say, Matt. They say he waiting for Bronny Jr. Either way, he'll be playing maybe 20, 25 minutes a game. He ain't gonna be playing, them 35, 38. Nah. Won't even come close to 40. Not by that time. No. Well, we gotta respect what Golden State and they done. 3 championships. I think it was 6 straight finals appearances or something like that. Or 5 straight. Nice little mini dynasty. Nice little mini dynasty. But they had to pick up the part of the story that LeBron failed to get to. They picked up that part of the story. And it's going to be a great series because these teams match up damn well with each other. They're very deep teams. I can't wait for this finals. I'm actually excited for this finals. I'm for real. Yeah, and I believe that too. I don't think the Warriors are going anywhere anytime soon. Now, Boston, on the other hand, they got to find a way to, stay together. I don't know how long they anticipate to stay with each other because, eventually some of these other franchises are going to start offering Marcus Smart more money. They're going to start offering Jaylen Brown more money. And so we'll see how long that the Boston side stays together. But now that they're here at the finals, they need to go capture it. Steph wins. This is he top 10. Let's talk about that tomorrow because we up to an hour, Tim. Let's hold that for tomorrow because we need to have that conversation. We do. We need to have that conversation. So we'll have that conversation tomorrow. If Steph is top 10, if he wins this, or if he doesn't. Matter of fact, we'll start with where do you rank him or where I should rank them, and then we'll, in the chats we'll conversate where you guys rank them. But I'll give my top 15 NBA all time, and see where I'll rank Steph, and then where I will put him if he wins this finals. But yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. But all right, y'all, we gonna do that tomorrow. Same 23rd hour, same Wildcard Mar. It's been a great time chopping it up with y'all as always. Appreciate the love and support. Y'all come back now. You did. Y'all have yourselves a fantastic Wednesday. Get over that hump, baby. Peace and love. Deuces.
Yo. Solid Hill TD Bruce. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, let me get serious this time. Yo, I'm on my God of War shit. All the war spits, let the bass kick, nigga, feel the fucking floor lift. Watch your pores rip from these razor blade fingertips. Smoke hit your face like a hammer fist. Outstanding with suicidal flow. Nose diving to a free fall. Speedball, cannonball, jerking out on Adderall. I just watch the bodies fall. Supercharged like Dragon Ball. When I spit this fire out my